Hello, my name is Rich Howard, owner of Architectural Builder Supply. In this video is to bring you a closer look at the Xero number 339WD. This is a dark bronze anodized door sweep with solid neoprene. When they say solid neoprene, they're I'm quite tempted to say that they mean closed cell neoprene. This certainly does not appear to be sponge-like at all. Meaning closed cell neoprene would be appropriate for use in applications where preventing the intrusion of water would be more important than the attenuation of sound, like you'd have in a open cell or a sponge type neoprene. Okay, this is a much more rigid, less flexible piece of neoprene when I'm trying to pinch it, but it is flexible in this regard, more so than other manufacturers, and it must be a different type of synthetic rubber because it doesn't smell like car tire, which is what many other manufacturers use. And the fact that this is flexible, and I'm not even moving it very much, but it moves. This another manufacturer's neoprene would not be as flexible, which tells me that this could be very advantageous for you, because what do you have? Well, you've got a lot of neoprene, and obviously you're going to want that to, at some level, be flexible to contend with what you're sealing against, or what you're sealing against, okay, or what you're wiping against. So having some flexibility yet durability is probably why this is probably a different type of neoprene than standard. It's only my guess. I don't know the chemical makeup of the exact type of neoprene that they have here, but it's certainly more flexible than others. That's for sure. So the 339W is a longer door sweep than the 339. Don't know what W stands for, except that I can tell you the length of the neoprene is 1.5 inches, where the length of the neoprene on the 339 is 13/16. This is going to have an overall height of 2.5 inches. Now the D in the part number means dark bronze anodized. A nice, handsome dark bronze anodized. This material is held on with a double-sided adhesive, and when you install the screws here, you'll bring yourself to a point of permanent installation. The neoprene stands ever so slightly proud of the extrusion, so that when you compress the screw down, it should tighten that down rather well. Okay. If you changed the D to an AA, you'll get the clear anodized finish. If you changed it to the G, you're going to get gold anodized finish. They also offer this in a B, which would be an architectural bronze, meaning you can do this. Bear with me one moment. Indeed, this material is made of solid architectural bronze when you have a B finish, a B designation. The AA, the D, the G, that's aluminum-based material with either a clear, a dark bronze, or a gold anodized finish. You change it to a B, now you're going to get architectural bronze-based material, onto which you can leave it as mill. You can do a satin, you can do a polished, you can do an oil rubbed. And being architectural bronze, you can technically do any finish that you want on it. But mill, satin, polished, oil rubbed would be what you would typically find. Where are you going to use this door sweep? Well, probably somewhere where you have an unusual undercut to deal with, because this is absolutely longer than typical. You'd probably literally be in the 3/4 inch range, you know, half of this size for a piece of neoprene to stand down. But you might have an application where you have a really irregular sill. I've seen alleys in downtown Chicago where the concrete is literally worn with decades of use. I've seen in New York City, I've seen where they don't have alleys as much, but they have doors that come straight up to a concrete stoop down to the street level, and that door is up a little bit. Well, there's no practicality of installing a threshold there because they're taking material in and out. Well, how about if we just attach the sweep to the face of the door and let it run long down and seal against the face of the concrete sill that's there. That could be a reason why you want something longer. You might just have an unusual undercut. You could have a condo building parking garage where the concrete pour was so out of level that when you open that door, it is impossible to open it very far because the concrete comes up like this, and you literally have to take the bottom of that door, and it's not fire rated compliant to do any of this, but I've seen it done, where they chop that door down so that you can open it to 90 degrees. Well, when the door closes, it's got this funny wedge shape treatment to the bottom. They're just going to cover it up with something. They're going to put a longer door sweep on there to do that. Completely violates the fire rating of the opening, by the way. So lots of ways or places that you would use a neoprene insert that's going to be longer than standard. There's a link below this video to the product catalog where you can review lots of different door sweeps from Zero, and you'll see that the 339W and the 39W, they're the same dimensional size almost. The profile on the 39 with that beveled top edge is a bit different, and indeed more common. And on that page, the 39 is by far the most common sweep on that page. But I think you do real good work with having, you know, a 50 or a 329, smaller with a beveled edge, a little less material so that it's a little more flexible because of that beveled edge. I've sold that 539D, and that's just when someone wants to seal something off, a door that they open once a year, and they just want to close it off and it never gets opened. A real good sweep on there, though, is that 8197, that integrated neoprene wipe with a drip cap. That would be a great item to use on exterior doors in all instances. Okay, really nice options that are here on those pages. Now, this is listed in the website in lengths from 2 foot to 8 foot. You can have longer than 8 foot. It's just really costly to ship. So reach out to us if you need a quote for something longer than 8 foot to ship to you. We'll be happy to quote it. Not so bad if you need 50 pieces at 14 foot, but if you try to get one piece at 10 foot, that shipping is going to be pretty much an obstacle. If you have need for a custom length, by all means, let us know by ordering the next longest piece or pieces and simply indicate in the comment field the length that you'd like for us to cut the material back to. The reasoning is if you had to take this 4 foot sweep and cut it down to, say, 42 inch, you're going to eliminate that slotted hole. Speaking of that slotted hole, screws are here. They appear to be they might be a number 6 by 1.25 inch panhead sheet metal screws. Awfully long, don't need them that long, but nonetheless. It's awfully hard to drill a slotted hole, so if you ordered a custom length, we'll give you a slotted hole at the proper distance from the edge, and then the proper center to center as well. Slotted holes help compensate for that sill that's not level, or the door that's not plumb, or when you're installing, your drill bit has a tendency to walk a little bit before it pierces into the steel, wood, aluminum, stainless, bronze, fiberglass, whatever you're drilling into. So by all means, if you need a custom length, order the next longest piece. Save yourself the trouble of having to trim it before installation. You know, that's, you know, if you order a 36-inch sweep, it's pretty unlikely that you need 36, although you might, but you might need 34 3/4. So feel free to order a custom length. Now, finally, there's a link below this video to the manufacturer's page where you can pull up not only all of the Zero products that we sell, but a link to the manufacturer's website, as well as a link to the full product catalog. Now, I'm quite partial to Zero, and it's primarily because of the level of engineering that is all within their product line. The gentleman who started the company, and I don't know the full history, but he is no longer the owner, but is, I believe, an engineer by training, and concocted the most brilliant solutions to weather stripping problems fielded by a single manufacturer of weather stripping. I will suggest Zero when you have lead time, because they're a manufacturer. Their stuff's made to order, so allow lead time. I will suggest their automatic door bottoms, probably the best in the business and the ones that I would personally use. And if you are looking for sound transmission control gasketing, stuff for STC rated doors, go right to Zero. bottom line. Their name is synonymous with the material. Now other people make it, but if you want the name synonymous with it, in my experience, it's 0. Okay. Any questions on the 339 WD, dark bronze, heavy-duty neoprene door sweep, or any other Zero product, please feel free to reach out to us. And thank you.